Ever since I first saw Zafina in Tekken 6, I've always had an eerie feeling about her. Something was very mysterious about Zafina when she made her debut in Tekken 6. With the information I've gathered about Zafina's attention in Tekken 8, we have no choice but to talk about why she is going to be in big trouble in Tekken 8. Let's talk about it. Zafina is a member of a family that has protected the royal graves since ancient times. The two evil stars that shook the world, Jin Kazama and Kazuya Mishima, made it impossible for Zafina to prevent Azazel's resurrection. Azazel was seemingly defeated by Lars Alexanderson and Jin Kazama. However, Azazel just barely escaped destruction in its spirit form. Zafina senses this and succeeds in sealing Azazel's spirit in her own body from a ritual passed down by her clan. Zafina realizes that Azazel's power is getting stronger. Jin and Kazuya are still alive, and if the devil blood within them is not eradicated, Azazel will eventually resurface again. Knowing that time is short, Zafina seeks to officially hunt the demons. She makes contact with Claudio and the Archers of Sirius to help her defeat Jin and Kazuya. I made a video about why Claudio is going to be evil in Tekken 8, and as in a comparison, it seems like Zafina is doing the exact same thing that Claudio is doing, which is to hunt down the devil Jin. The question is, could Zafina trust Claudio? Claudio and his group, the Archers of Sirius, are known to steal demons and evil spirit powers and use it against them. After all, Claudio is the #1 exorcist in the world. Claudio did say to Heihachi that he doesn't work with anybody and that his group, the Archers of Sirius, is independent. Could you imagine how interested Claudio would be when he hears about Zafina not able to control Azazel's power? Let's take a look at this short clip to resemble how interested Claudio was when he got more information about Jin. Take a look.
デビルという存在を世に知らしめ、わしの正当性を主張するには、やはりジンは外せん。
Jin Kazama. So che il suo demone interiore supera perfino quello di Kazuya. Un momento. Chi fosse lui?
Do you know something?
Ci hanno riferito che un essere disumano è apparso in Estremo Oriente.
Wow. Didn't Claudio look very interested in what was going on? Look at his body language. He was folding his arms, asking questions as if he was a detective for a CIA. Wow. If Zafina isn't able to get help, will this mean that Zafina or Claudio will become the new ogre? Or will Zafina become a humanoid? I have a subscriber by the name of Vermilion Bite that shared an interesting theory that is related to this topic. Let's read what he said. He said Azazel could have simply been written out of the story due to the character's negative reception at the time of Tekken 6, but they decided to keep him alive in spirit with Zafina. I believe this is part of Harada's plan to fix past mistakes that fans have complained about in recent years. More specifically, Jin becoming a villain and Kazuya a one-dimensional villain with no depth. John's return in Tekken 8 plus the possibility of her redeeming Jin as hero / Kazuya as anti-hero and joining them to face a greater evil would be perfect to fix all of that in one fell swoop. My bet as the bigger evil are Claudio, a new version of Ogre, Azazel taking control of Zafina using her as his new body, or Azazel escaping Zafina with a brand new form, quote unquote, maybe a more humanoid visual and ancient ogre vibes, but more demonic aesthetics. I also leave here an honorable mention to quote unquote devil materializing, inheriting Devil's Jin's movesets and have a proper name this time, similar to Evil Ryu as Cage from Street Fighter V. Vermilion Bite, thank you for sharing this awesome theory, as this gave me more ideas about this topic. Your comment was perfect at the right time as I was preparing this video, and for that, you deserve some free chicken with some extra Tekken sauce. But ladies and gentlemen, is Vermilion Bite lying? I don't think so. I support 100% what this man is saying. Something is going to happen to Zafina in Tekken 8. Remember, if the Devil Gene is not eradicated, Azazel will eventually resurface again. Looks like Zafina is facing a double-edged sword here. Number one, since Jin and Kazuya are alive, Azazel will most likely resurface again. Remember, the seal binding of Azazel broke due to the fighting between Kazuya Mishima and Jin Kazama. Both of them carried the double gene. Jin and Kazuya were the two dark stars referenced in the prophecy. Azazel began to speak telepathically with Jin and told him that it would achieve physical form if the world was filled with negative energy. Since it's been shown already that Jin and Kazuya are fighting twice in Tekken 8 that we know of, this is going to be bad news for Zafina. Could you imagine Azazel making a reappearance and interrupting one of the fights between Jin and Kazuya? And then Jin and Kazuya tag team with John to fight Azazel? Let's talk about number 2 about the double-edged sword. Again, Claudio could be using Zafina to make Azazel return to the surface, or he takes over her body so that Claudio can use his demonic possession powers to make Azazel become a part of him to destroy Jin and Kazuya, leaving Zafina possibly dead. Remember, Claudio is using Xiaoyu as bait to linger in Jin, and then for that, Kazuya could come into play so that way he can destroy both of them at the same time. Now that we understand why Zafina is in big trouble, this makes the Tekken 8 storyline more interesting than I thought, and hopefully you can say the same. Please karate chop that like button for some free chicken, and subscribe to the dojo for some more Tekken 8 videos. This is Sensei from the dojo, and of course, I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.